Opening my tea party just for you. Who is that? It's Dina, the so-called anime enthusiast Fox. It's time for more Nikke today. Now that Mike is just what's in store for today. Well, we are continuing the OVERZONE event story, which I'm pretty excited for, honestly. So it's, I guess we should get started. But first, as always, hi Deiji, hi Watcher, hi Relia, welcome to the stream. I hope you had a good short break before this one. I'm trying to remember where it is. Outpost. And then... Oh wait, I just remembered there is a button for it. Side story? Or was it side story? No, it's not side story. Wasn't there a button where you can go immediately straight to the events? I can never remember. I feel like I clicked on it before. Maybe it was just something else. Hi Death, hi Eternal, welcome to the stream. Okay, it's in Command Center, I remember that. So I guess there is no quick action type of thing. And then Recollection, I believe. And then Archives. Oh yeah, I did get a film, so I think I will unlock OVERZONE. Oh no, Red Ash next. OVERZONE, I'm doing that today. Let's see, where is it? Red Ash. It's this one, right? Let's see. Red Ash. Yeah, seems like it's this one. Okay, so I will unlock this. Oh, I didn't think it was gonna auto start. Our hometown is far away. The blazing blue sky. After this intro part, we're gonna go straight to OVERZONE again. The scent of the bakery. The laughter of friends. A gust of wind blows. Please tell my friends. My soul will return to the sky above our hometown. White clouds float across. Please tell my friends. My bones will be buried in the earth under our hometown. Ads, Red Hood.
Hey, are you listening to those old tunes again?
Snow White's so young.
Old tunes? Show some respect. These rapturous melodies are life itself.
Okay.
Come here.
Red Hood gently puts Snow White in a headlock and turns up the volume on the old cassette player.
Red Hood, I can't breathe. Could you turn that down?
What was that I just heard? Surely it couldn't be someone interrupting this fine song I'm listening to.
I don't think they were... now that I think about it, is she the little girl that... I'm trying to remember who it was, the small girl that she felt guilty towards, or at least what I interpreted to be guilt in her song. Oh, the hometown I long for. The friends I miss. Even if the sky above us is forever gray, we'll return to our hometown someday.
Well, what do you think? It's positively effervescent, right?
I feel like I'm getting older just listening to it.
I just hope it ends soon so I could go to OVERZONE.
What do you want about? Besides, most things in life are like a fine wine and only get better with age. At any rate, what brought you over here to see me? I doubt it was because you missed me. Did you come to borrow my nudie mag?
What? Absolutely not. I'm too young to be looking at stuff like that.
And yet you know what it is.
So what you mean is that you'll be super into it later?
It's not that at all. Anyway, the commander is calling for you. He has something to tell all of us.
Right now? I think I've got a good idea of what he's going to say. Fine, let's go.
Any chance you could release me from this headlock before you go?
You call this a headlock? Please, it's just a friendly hug.
Call it what you want, but
Friendly hug? I'm pretty sure that's a headlock.
Would you prefer a piggyback ride?
It's fine. Let's just go.
Red Hood walks down the hallway with Snow White still in her headlock.
Are you two practicing pro wrestling? You apparently have too much time on your hands.
It's not what you think.
Oh, cool. Are you guys wrestling? Never a dull moment with you two.
That's not what we're doing.
If I may throw in my 2 cents, wrestling isn't a particularly useful martial arts discipline against raptures. Devoting your time to practicing it will be of little value.
We're not wrestling.
Poor Snow White.
Wrestling, eh? That headlock of yours isn't too sturdy, Red Hood. I've got a few videos you could check out for reference if you'd like.
Lilith, Red Hood is bullying me.
No, I'm not. We're practicing pro wrestling.
You said it was a friendly hug.
That's what Red Hood said.
How many times do I have to say that this isn't wrestling?
Oh my, you're awfully upset.
Are you two
No.
So am I to take it that Red Hood is picking on you?
Hey, I would never pick on our precious little Snow White.
I think that's everyone. Have a seat so I can begin the briefing.
Question.
Don't tell me this is gonna
Are we
go
allowed
on.
to sit in a headlock position?
Up to you.
I was really hoping it wouldn't. I thought it wouldn't.
Is that everyone? Scarlet?
Scarlet gently lifts her hand wordlessly.
Rapunzel?
Here.
Dorothy?
Here.
Lilyweiss?
Here.
All right, I'll begin. Could you all sit closer together? How come you're all so far apart? We're supposed to be a team.
If you want us to be chummy, then let's have a group meal. I can't remember the last time we all hung out and had some grub.
We all ate together just last week.
She passes out whenever she drinks, so it's no wonder she doesn't remember.
I don't know what it is, but lately, whenever I have a few drinks, I don't remember anything.
Just how much are you drinking? What's your definition of a few drinks?
I thought you were pretending to black out so you didn't have to pay the bill.
Come on, I'm not that kind of person.
I heard you got arrested once for dining and dashing.
That's all in the past. I've turned over a new leaf.
Quiet, everyone. I have details about our next mission.
Silence falls over the briefing room.
Good. Now, to get started. To be honest, I'm not a fan of our squad's name. Goddess Squad. It's like I don't even exist.
Commander, when are we going to commence the briefing?
Very well. Let's begin.
Am I finally released? Finally! Now I can continue with Overzone. I was hoping that I wouldn't do all that beginning stuff. It didn't for Overzone, so that's why I thought it would be fine to unlock it ahead of time so I don't forget. Wow! That looks intense. Okay, now I can finally go back. Oh, I guess they started doing the forcing you into it a bit later, because they didn't do that for Overzone. I remember it not to be the case, or maybe it did. I just can't remember at the top of my head. Actually, it could be, actually. Well, at least now I know. I know that they do that for the actual ongoing events. I just wasn't sure if it was for Archive too, but I guess they do it for Archive as well. Okay, so let's go move forward. Enter. 1-5. Is that okay? Started to doubt myself for a second. Near the Ark entrance, temporary camp.
Look at all these abandoned cars, tents, kitchen items. Do you think people wanted to live here?
No. They were holding out for a miracle that would never come. Only a select few, a fraction of the population, was able to enter the Ark. Most people weren't so lucky, so they made these camps near the entrance of the Ark and waited, hoping against hope that there would be more room.
And that never happened?
No, it didn't.
Oh, that sounds horrible.
Other candidates were selected for entry.
So the people who were here...
They all perished.
If that's true, why didn't the people here go somewhere else?
There was nowhere else to go. Their hometowns had been destroyed by the Raptures, along with everything else on the planet. Coming here was their final option. The Ark seemed so close, yet so far away. When they realized there was no space for them in paradise, and their last traces of hope had been snuffed out, they broke.
Will the same thing happen to us?
Not for us, no. There is a place we can go back to.
I see. Well, let's hurry and find some food.
It's so weird to like see the mouth moving, but then the line itself is so short.
Should we start by searching all the tents?
Yes, but be careful when you open the...
The tent opens up. Inside there are the bodies of a couple embracing each other. A pungent chemical smell permeates the air.
I don't see anything. I'll move on to the next one.
Does that not bother you?
Of course it does. Just not as much as it used to. Maybe it's got something to do with whatever job I had as a human.
Do you still have memories of when you were a human?
Nothing specific. More of a general feeling, I suppose.
Makes me wonder what her job was in the past.
That reminds me. Don't the members of Goddess still have all their memories?
Yes.
Wow. That must be really... painful.
Huh?
I feel like there would be some cognitive dissonance. It's like I'm myself, but different.
That's true.
If it were me, I'd probably have experienced a mind switch by now. That's why I have so much respect for you.
Thank you.
How about we move on to the next tent? I'll check what's inside the tents. You can check the surrounding area.
I really like her, but I feel like she's gonna die.
No, I can check as well.
Dorothy, be honest. You're not familiar with the sight of a human corpse, are you? I'll do it. We don't want a goddess doing all the dirty work anyway.
I want to do it, please.
If you insist.
Thank you.
At Ark, I was about to say ask. Ark entrance, temporary outpost.
What is this? Canned food?
Yes, I brought back some that were still in good condition. Be sure to inspect it before eating it, though. Better safe than sorry.
This is the most fruitful bounty you've returned with. More than enough to last us until tomorrow.
Hina did exceptionally well.
Please, I didn't do all that much. Anyway, eat up, everyone.
What about you two?
We ate on the way back.
So you choose to transport some material back in your stomach, Most sagacious of you.
That was the idea.
I'll divvy this up to everyone. You go ahead and get some rest, Dorothy.
No, I'm fine. I can help.
You say you're fine, but your face says otherwise. Get some rest.
Fine. Oh my good.
Ew, this one looks pretty nasty. No wonder. The tent's all ripped, so it's been exposed to the sun.
What is this?
A person.
But how?
Humans are different from Nikke's. Once they die and enough time passes, this is what happens to them. Let's move on to the next tent.
Maybe she was like a forensic scientist or something along those lines.
Yes, that might be for the best.
Or at the very least, she's someone close to death. She must feel sick. Yeah, that's true. Either a morgue or someone, either way, someone close to death. For all we know, she could have been like a police detective or an officer, or anyone that has seen some kind of brutality and corpses, for that matter. There are like plenty of occupations that
I should start preparing for the next class.
are, I guess, lets you see corpses in some way or form. So let us suspect that she has something along those lines of a position before she became a Nikke. 2 weeks later, Dorothy stares at the empty box as she speaks.
Nothing today. Same as yesterday. We haven't found a single scrap for 4 days now. There's nothing left back in the camp.
That's true, doctor. There's like, yeah, there's a lot of roles.
Sorry, but I gathered every last morsel I could find. That place has been picked clean.
Have there been any word from the Ark?
No, I'll keep trying.
I see. Did thou perchance notify them of the destruction of our water tank in the last skirmish?
Yes.
And that our forces have been reduced to a single mass-produced Nikke?
Yes.
That we don't have any electricity?
Yes.
That we are slowly but surely dying?
Yes. I included everything in my report.
There are still 5 weeks remaining until the Ark is sealed. I do not say this in hopes of crushing your spirit, but from the looks of it, I think we...
Stop. That will not happen. We are the Goddess Squad. Mankind's last hope. The Goddess of Victory. That will never happen. It can't happen. It's just that our communications haven't gone through yet.
I don't know, I feel like they probably abandoned. But that's because I'm very cynical, but who knows?
You must trust me, Scarlet.
I'm trying to.
I will go and pray.
You've been doing a lot of that recently.
Because so many have passed on.
I realize that, but sometimes it feels like you act more on behalf of the dead than you do the living.
Oh, I wonder why that cut off.
The dead might be better right now.
What?
They do not get angry, depressed, or hurt others. If you ask me, being here right now is worse than death.
What are you saying?
Do you yearn for the silence that comes with death? Such a yearning is not unreasonable given our current predicament.
I'm leaving.
No, wait. We have to discuss our plans going forward.
Then why aren't you calling Snow White?
Because she is standing guard.
There hasn't been a single attack for 5 days now.
She's been keeping watch for 5 days straight, without any sleep. For us. Not for the dead, but for us, the living.
I too need some time alone.
Ooh, to think Rapunzel would also feel this down. But that makes sense. 5 days of no food or any hope? That's tough.
Then you stand guard. Keep watch with your staff that couldn't hit the broadside of a barn.
Are you saying that I'm of no help?
No, I'm sorry.
Enough. Cease with these squabbles. If we are to go hungry for a few days, then what of it? We are Nikkes, so we can withstand such...
She drank, didn't she?
What is this?
Dorothy approaches Scarlet and grabs her hand.
Halt! Steady thy hand!
I'm detecting high concentrations of alcohol.
Given our paucity of options for nourishment, I elected to drink instead. 'Tis made of grain and all the same.
Have you lost your mind?
Thank you for the bits, Dean. Let me read. Hi, Dina. I'm happy that I caught your stream a second time. The first was your first Nikke stream on YouTube, and ever since I watched your VODs and tried to catch your streams. Happy to see you continue OVERZONE. Oh, thank you for joining today. I'm so happy that you're here. So far, OVERZONE has been very unexpected. Like, I knew that they suffered to a good degree. I just didn't expect the sufferings to be a lot more human, if that makes sense. The fact that small things like not being able to eat, not being able to drink water, not having electricity are also things that would bother them. So that was quite surprising in some ways, but overall, enjoying it as a whole.
Drinking in a situation like this.
I fail to see what is so egregious about it. I simply imbibed one drink. Merely one.
Yikes. It got really tense in here all of a sudden.
Everyone's tired.
It pains me to see the goddess squad fighting like this.
My apologies, but we are not dancing simians sent here to entertain you.
No, but you're a spectacle nonetheless.
A spectacle.
Thy tongue doth become loose. Watch thy words.
Those are the problems for the first models, and Nikke is more human-like. Oh, okay, so that's why.
Me and the other Nikkes have been watching you all this time. Ever since you first came onto the battlefield. Mankind's last hope. The goddess of victory. Is there any other title more suitable for you than this one? So you have to keep it together.
Yeah, what she said.
Don't fight with one another. And if you do it somewhere we can't see.
I'm afraid we don't have the luxury of accommodating such a banal request.
I won't accept that. Even if you can't, you should at least try.
Thou dares to speak to me in such a manner?
Every last one of the mass-produced Nikkes volunteered so that we could fight alongside you. That includes me. We didn't risk our lives to see our heroes bickering and tearing at each other's throats.
Oh. She couldn't say anything.
You dishonor those who gave their lives by acting like this. So I'm begging you, please stop. I'm going to rest. Call me if anything happens.
With that, Pine walks off. Oh my gosh, she is honestly so great.
Oh.
We should rest as well.
I pray for their souls. soul's safe return. May they return to their hometowns in peace. In the next life, may they be at peace and live a life without war. Save them. Save these souls who died in agony. Comfort them. Care for them. And welcome them into your arms.
Dorothy walks off without a word.
Dorothy? Why are you up so late? Are you on patrol? Come, sit beside me. What, this? Fear not. These are not spirits, merely water. I was rather parched this evening and wanted to quench my thirst. Should thou doubt the honesty of my words, then pray take some yourself. This is a magic elixir that will melt all your worries away.
It's interesting to see, maybe because they are more human-like, their reactions to things are very human. Again, Dorothy walks off without saying anything.
Is that you, Dorothy?
Yes, it's me.
Nothing unusual sighted yet. Go in and rest. I'll stay here. Do you have new orders for me? I'm sorry, but I cannot abandon my post. You should speak to Scarlet or Rapunzel.
Well, they're kind of doing their own stuff.
They're both...
Huh?
Nothing. It's nothing.
I mean, I know that all Nikkes are human, but what I mean is that their reactions to things are a lot less objective. It's a lot more emotionally driven.
Is that so?
Would you come down for a moment?
I cannot. I must stand guard.
For a third time, Dorothy walks off without saying anything. In fact, I think Snow White is probably the one that's more or less similar to the more current Nikkes in regards to how they act in battle. For a third time, Dorothy walks off without saying anything. I'm not sure if I'm explaining myself correctly, but that's kind of what I found interesting so far.
Affirmative.
Communication open. All recorded messages will be transmitted to the Ark.
Yeah, I thought a lot of them would mask for the most part, or at least pretend that they're okay. I mean, obviously they're not okay because they have their brains, so clearly they have emotions. But yeah, it's just interesting to see them react a lot more human than the other ones. Said earlier she went through a mind switch and her personality changed. I still do think that she's masking to some degree though, because even if someone's personality changes doesn't mean that they don't process stress the same way as a normal human might.
However, in the event of poor signal, transmission may fail.
Goddess Squad to the Ark. The situation here is hopeless. We are in desperate need of backup and additional resources. The likelihood of us being able to successfully protect the entrance of the Ark is dwindling. Please send the materials I have requested as soon as this message is received. That is all. Awaiting further correspondence.
Recording complete. Transmitting voice message to Ark. In the event of a failed transmission, what action would you like to take?
Keep sending it until it goes through.
Command recognition complete. Proceeding to area with superior signal.
The collection robot rolls away.
I need to go see Lilith.
The grass flutters in the blowing wind. Dorothy gazes at a woman lying in a crudely constructed sarcophagus. The woman looks at peace, almost like she's asleep.
Lilith, It's not easy being a leader. You made it look so simple. You always made the right spur-of-the-moment decisions and got along with everyone. I didn't know it would be this hard. What should I do? How can I get myself out of this hole I'm in?
I know the answer.
Peanut, how did you...
This is Lilith's resting place. I come here every once in a while. I never knew her personally, but she is a legend among legends. As for tonight, I followed you here.
You just said you had the answer. What do you mean?
Dorothy, you've never once asked for help from anyone else. Is it a pride thing? Or do you just like solving your issues on your own?
Is that what I've been doing?
Yes.
I had no idea.
Peanut's the best. She's the greatest.
You don't trust others.
That's true.
Why is that?
I'm not sure. Doing things yourself is so much faster than asking someone else to do it. And I know for sure it'll get done if I handle it. I've never liked asking people for help.
So stubborn.
That's right.
You need to learn to ask your colleagues for help.
I don't know how.
Then let me teach you. All you have to do is say a few precious words. I need your help.
Does that actually work?
Works like a charm. People don't say it enough. It's genuine,
That's true.
unambiguous. It makes your intentions clear as can be.
That is also very true. She's speaking facts, everyone.
It's time I bring this class to a close.
I actually think I thought I would like Dorothy the most after playing this event, but now I feel like I like Nikke the best. She's so mature, and the way she handles situations and almost acts as like a vice captain for Dorothy is very great. Like, I really like seeing it.
Wasn't I great?
But it makes me sad because I know that she's probably going to die. Because it's not like she's like, I don't think we can roll for her, right? Kind of wish we could. Then I would totally roll for her, even if she's like an R.
Time for class to pay attention in class.
But I really like her. She's probably my favorite so far in this event, surprisingly. I thought I would like one of the pilgrims, but no, I like her the best. Nikke. Nikke. I'm not really sure. She is an R! Well then. Dorothy stands underneath the guard post.
Dorothy, is that you?
Yes,
Nothing out of the ordinary so far.
that's good.
Any orders for me?
Snow White,
Yes?
have you slept?
No.
Eaten?
No.
Will you come down?
I have to be on the lookout.
I need your help.
Huh?
Please.
Snow White jumps down from the lookout and stands in front of Dorothy.
Out with it. What do I need to do?
We need food. We need to get the electricity back on, and we also need drinking water. We need to repair the equipment that's been damaged, and we need more ammunition.
Okay, I will handle it.
I can't get through to the Ark. Meanwhile, all Rapunzel does is pray, and Scarlet is drinking herself into a stupor. Lilith is dead, and Red Hood isn't here either. I am losing hope.
Dorothy,
Yes?
have you slept?
No.
Eaten?
No.
Snow White takes out a protein bar and hands it to Dorothy.
Eat this, then go get some sleep. I'll search the perimeter and gather the supplies we need. The lookout can wait. I'll leave this area to you.
Snow White's so dependable even in the future and even here in this time.
I'll go with you.
If you aren't here, who will be in charge of defenses? We can't leave it to an alcoholic or someone lost in prayer. You look like death warmed over.
Do I?
You're our leader. This isn't a good look for you. Be bold. Be proud. We've earned that right. You have most of all.
You really haven't changed.
You have.
Have I?
This is the first time you've ever asked for help. I don't know whether you honestly are willing to work together with your squad mates. Or if you're simply grasping at straws because you're desperate.
A little bit of both, I'd say.
I'll drop in once a day.
Snow White walks away.
Oh, Snow White. Thank you.
No, thank you.
Snow White. Okay, I changed my mind. I like Nikke too, but I like Snow White.
I'll just do what I can.
So I guess out of all the pilgrims, I like Snow White the best. She was great even in the earlier main story parts, and then here, oh, she's so dependable. How can I dislike someone like her? She's just so great. And I think she's the youngest, right? Out of all the pilgrims.
Wasn't I great?
At least based on
Dorothy.
the part that I saw in the beginning of the Red Ash, I think, event.
I haven't seen Snow White around. Nothing bad happened, right?
She went off to search for anything useful nearby.
Then who was on lookout?
I'm taking over for her.
But...
Pina, it's like you said.
Kina. Okay. I wasn't sure how to pronounce her name, but...
We are the goddess of victory, mankind's last hope. We are the goddess squad. We mustn't show any weakness. If any one of us stumbles, then the others will pick them up. We must put on a brave front in front of mankind, and in front of everyone else. In order to do that, we need to be strong. That means we can't waste all of our time praying or drinking.
You mean...
Yes. Rapunzel and Scarlet have fallen, and I'm going to pick them up. Will you come with me?
Can I?
Of course.
I really feel like if Pina was actually part of the Goddess Squad, then she would have made for a great vice captain for the squad. Mostly because she has the mental stability and maturity that Dorothy would have needed as a leader. I mean, it's great that she's here now, but I'm just... as a whole from the beginning.
You saw us stumble and you were saddened by it. I need to show you how we get back up. It's the least I can do for someone who has stood by us for so long. I want to be someone that you and everyone else can look up to.
Whatever. I'll just do what I can.
Oh, Pina! Her and Snow White I really want to get! Or I guess, was it called Product 23? Do I have Product 23? I should probably check and see if I have Product 23.
Time for class to pay attention in class.
Just a second, teacher.
It makes me happy to see them getting it together. Because obviously such moments are always the hardest.
Rapunzel.
Give redemption to those who have gone before us. Let them be forever at peace. Let them suffer no pain.
Get up.
May all of us be redeemed.
Rapunzel.
Have mercy on us and lend us the strength to carry on.
No one will save us. The only one that can save us is us. We must keep those who are gone in our hearts and continue to fight for those who are still alive.
But what of those poor souls who died in vain?
Who said their deaths were in vain?
What?
Who says that those who are buried here died for nothing? This is the first time I've heard such a sentiment.
You may not hear it, but you know it in your heart.
Those who perish do not feel they died a meaningless death. That I can promise you. They proudly gave their lives and remained brave until the very end.
No, they cry out in anguish, bemoaning the injustice of it all.
None of them would ever think that, let alone say it. Having fought alongside them, this much I know.
Then what is it that I'm hearing?
Perhaps isn't it your own?
Then what is this voice stricken with such grief, crying out at this injustice?
That's how you feel.
What?
All of these soldiers gave their lives in a battle they never signed up for. The Ark that we're putting our lives on the line for isn't responding to us. That's why you're upset. We have no food or water. The electricity is down, and countless soldiers have died. We never know when the raptures will strike at us next. We're on edge day and night. You're exhausted and want to give up, but your comrades who lifted you up and cheered you on are no longer here. That's why you're lost.
Dorothy.
Just as I miss Lilith, you miss Red Hood. But they are no longer with us. Getting yourself killed won't mean you'll get to them again. You want to hear their voice again, but you can't. We cannot see or communicate with the dead. If you say you hear their voices, then you're only lying to yourself.
Oh.
You're only hearing what you want to hear. An illusion of your own creation.
Oh, she's spitting out facts too. But she is right.
Listen to my voice. I'm asking for your help. I'm right in front of you, living and breathing, talking to you. And I'm offering my hand. I'm hoping that you'll take it and stand up. The dead can't pull you up. They can only pull you down.
Dorothy.
Take my hand, one that's living, and get up. If we fall, we'll fall together. If we get back up, we'll do it together. We are the Goddess Squad. Mankind's last hope, the goddess of victory.
I never thought
You've already become one. You are a symbol of hope. You are a goddess.
Yeah, you're a beacon of hope to us all. No one can ever defeat you.
Please, Rapunzel. Don't turn your back on those who are still living. Get up. Neither the commander nor Lilith would have wanted you to be overcome by death. Rapunzel?
Can you give me a little more time? I want to say farewell. Then I'll get up.
Oh, thank goodness, what a relief. Now I can drink water. Thank you for the hydration, AG. Okay. Rapunzel begins to pray, then grasps Dorothy's hand and slowly stands up.
Thank you, Dorothy.
Thank you too, Rapunzel.
Whatever. I'll just do what I can.
What I love most about this event is how it shows that Nikkes are still human inside. Even when the art keeps saying otherwise. That's true. Although, it's ironic that they would say that the arc is, or that the arc says that Nikkes aren't really human. Mostly because, technically, without our brains, we're not human. We're just a dead body. And the fact that they have their brain shows that they'll obviously have the emotions and thoughts that a regular human might have. I mean, sure, I guess they can modify the brain, but you know, it's not like brain surgery is always a good thing to do. Or at least it's a very difficult thing to accomplish.
Oh, if it isn't my lovely compatriot, Dorothy. Did thou finally decide to partake in the imbibing of spirits with me? Sit, sit, I kept your seat warm.
Dorothy picks up a bottle and slams it on the ground.
What are you doing?
Dorothy picks up another bottle and shatters it on the floor.
Stop.
Why? Starting to sober up?
It will take more than that to get me sober.
I figured as much. That's because you were never drunk to begin with.
Huh?
Dorothy lifts up a half-empty bottle.
Put that down.
Dorothy downs the entire bottle within seconds.
No, Dorothy. What are you doing?
Have some, Pina.
Pina takes the bottle from Dorothy and presses it to her lips.
Huh? Oh. This is just water.
No, it's alcohol.
No, it's not.
She was pretending.
Yes, it is.
Something didn't seem right from the start. With how hard you've been hitting the sauce, or so you claimed, there's no way that much booze would still be left. So tell me, what exactly did you hope to achieve by pretending to act drunk as a skunk?
I simply desired to feel inebriated.
Dorothy sits in front of Scarlet. She takes another swig from the bottle of water.
Huh.
Pretty good booze.
The best.
Let me pour you a shot.
Let me pour you one too.
The two take turns sipping from the bottle of water. Scarlet and Dorothy remain silent. Only the clinking of glass bottles fills the air.
My intoxication has soared to new heights now that I have a drinking buddy.
I'm feeling a bit tipsy myself.
Then let us exchange some honest words in this state of inebriation.
Okay, can I go first? I have something to ask you.
By all means.
Why do you drink?
'Tis a source of solace for me. I work myself to the bone. Forsooth, my sister and I spent many a day and many a night in battle, and all that while I wielded this sword and nothing more.
I can't understand her though. Like, obviously, even if, you know, you're not an alcoholic or whatever, there are times when things are so hard that you wish you were drunk, but you know that you can't actually be drunk, or that you shouldn't be. So you just drink other things that are not alcoholic to pretend to experience the feeling of being drunk, even if you're not actually. Hopefully have some relief in some way. But yeah, it's probably because she wants to actually talk to someone.
One fateful day, my sister shuffled off this mortal coil and bequeathed this sword, the fleetly fading, to me. Then I met you all. Lilith and Red Hood were exemplary individuals. You all as well. It gave me the motivation to take up the sword once more. I had a renewed sense of purpose. I would help the humans get to the Ark. I thought that would be the end. Yet here I am, fighting once more. I just want to rest.
Haven't you had enough rest by now?
I have. More than enough. So I'm going to get up and fight again.
Good.
Dorothy?
Hmm?
Why do you fight?
I want to be proud of something. Is there any honor greater than being the goddess of victory? I want everyone to know of me. I want to be someone other people look up to and aspire to be.
Is that perchance why thou desires to become a leader?
Yes, because I saw what I wanted to be right in front of me. Someone I wanted to become.
Let me ruminate on this. I surmise thou art 20% of what Lilith was.
20%.
Thanks.
Lilith is Lilith, and you are you.
I know.
Now that we have drunk our fill and spoken much, let us start moving.
Let's.
Huh? What bothers thee?
Over there.
Pina is pointing at something. Some distance away, there is a small sprout growing from the ground.
Even in an inhospitable place such as this, life begins anew.
Those are the seeds you threw away.
Huh?
Dorothy, Scarlet, and Pina stare at the sprout for a while in silence. Dorothy stands up.
Let's go. We have a lot to do.
Do you wish to contact the Ark?
Affirmative.
Communication open. All recorded messages will be transmitted to the Ark. However, in the event of poor signal, transmission may fail.
Goddess Squad to the Ark. We are 20 days into Operation Ark Guardian. Relaying status update on temporary guard post. Nothing further to report. All is well. We require no additional assistance. We will repel any and all rapture attacks until the time when the Ark is sealed. We do, however, request confirmation of the promise made to us. Once this is over, we will be taken to the Ark. Once there, we will assume our rightful place as Goddess of Victory. We have ensured the survival of mankind, and we request that we be rewarded accordingly. That is all. Awaiting further correspondence.
Honestly, at this point, I would have been like, can you please confirm that you received my message, you darn pieces of trash?
Recording complete. Transmitting voice message to Ark. In the event of a failed transmission, what action would you like to take?
Keep sending it until it goes through.
Command recognition complete. Proceeding to area with superior signal.
The collection robot wheels itself away, rattling loudly as it does so.
Let's finish this quickly.
But seriously, I would be so annoyed if I didn't receive any kind of confirmation, not even like a reply back. Like, wow, you guys. way to protect mankind by not communicating at all with the people who are literally defending you guys and protecting you guys. Hey.
Did you see that, teacher? Wasn't I great?
Yeah, not even a K or a scene status is the worst.
What is this?
What's all this?
Something I found while searching the area.
Everyone stares at the various items that Snow White brought back.
Electric wires, bricks, canned food?
There's even alcohol.
That's the first thing you noticed?
Tis instinct.
What's in this bag?
A deer.
What kind of deer?
Beats me. But I know it's a deer of some kind. I don't know how to skin it, so I brought it back whole.
Can we not simply tear its limbs asunder and proceed to feast henceforth?
No.
I know how to skin a deer.
Oh, maybe Pina was a hunter?
You do?
Yeah, I've roasted deer a couple times. It's not fine dining, but you can do a lot worse.
Ooh, how exciting.
What happened out there, Snow White?
Sorry, I guess deer isn't really your style.
No, not that. I mean, how'd you keep lookout and capture this at the same time? Not that I'm complaining.
Dorothy,
Yes. From now on, our goal is survival. Since the Ark has been unresponsive, we should proceed on the assumption that we will be operating without assistance. We should ensure that the guard post is kept secure at the very least. 2 of us will stay here, while the others search the area for anything that will help us survive.
Is that the best course of action?
If we want to live, yes. We'll secure as much food as possible. In theory, we don't require food in order to survive. We just have to ensure that we provide the minimum amount of calories required to keep our brains functioning properly.
No thanks.
That makes sense.
My core provides more than enough power, so I don't have to eat anything.
Mass-produced Nikkes are different from us prototypes, and technically don't require sustenance of any kind. That much is true. However, as soon as you begin to acknowledge the fact that you don't need to eat,
That's when the mind switch occurs.
Mine own eyes hath witnessed it many times before. 'Tis a most excruciating sight to behold.
so even mass-produced Nikkes have to eat and sleep.
Understood.
When you've got time, you can focus on repairing the guard post and enhancing our equipment. We won't be needing any blankets to cover up with, or fire. That makes things easier.
So, as long as we can scrounge up more food, then we'll be okay?
I guess so, and obviously get the electricity going somehow.
We can get by on that, right?
No. We have to do something. We can't just stay here.
I found some useful routes while searching nearby. All of us can get a first look at them together. Then we can break off into separate paths.
Sounds like a plan.
So we're going to abandon this place?
Yes. Snow White, how long will it take to confirm all the routes?
Since we'll only be giving them a cursory glance, I'd say half a day.
All right then, let's move out.
Is this really a good idea? What if the raptors come while no one is here?
Don't worry. They'd need more than half a day to break through here and get to the Ark. Are you still concerned?
Yes.
We cannot afford to have a worry ward on our team. We are simply left with no recourse. We will set off without thee.
Dorothy, you and Pina stay here. We'll come back tomorrow and fill you in on what we find.
All right.
We'll be back.
Enjoy yourselves.
Snow White, Scarlet, and Rapunzel walk off together.
Pina,
Yes?
you said you know how to skin a deer, didn't you?
Oh, right.
A skinned deer carcass lies in front of Dorothy and Pina.
And that's how you do it. Not too hard, right?
No, it's quite simple. It's just... I can't do this.
You've got a weaker stomach than I imagined. I thought there was nothing a goddess couldn't do.
Even if it's us, we are not invincible. Be honest with me, Pina. We're an embarrassment, aren't we?
Maybe a bit annoying, but a reminder to later if you can stream this event's minigame as it's lower important. Would it be possible to do it at the end, or do I need to do it in the middle of it?
Going on about how we're goddess of victory, the saviors of mankind, when all we do is wallow in our own self-pity and misery. The fact that we've stooped so low in such a short amount of time.
At the end? Okay, then just remind me at the end.
I thought you had overcome greater adversities than this.
We have. That's because back then there was something to look forward to. But now, I can't see what's waiting for me up ahead. The place that we thought would be our paradise has turned its back on us. Despite that, we continue to lay our lives on the line to protect it. How is that fair? It's enough to infuriate anyone. So for the time being, it's no longer my top priority. If we want to protect the Ark, then we've got to stay alive, don't we?
That's true.
We will survive. And with these 2 feet, I will walk into the Ark. I'll walk on a pathway of flowers, with a beaming smile on my face as everyone lavishes me with praise. I hope you'll be there walking with me, Pina.
I will.
If only. If only. That doesn't sound good.
I know that sound.
Let's move.
A horde of raptures rush forward, creating a thick cloud of dust.
There's so many of them.
That's why there haven't been any attacks recently.
What do? We can't take on so many of them.
Fire the signal flare. Find some cover and don't come out.
What about you?
I'm going to fight.
It's impossible by yourself. We should both hide.
No, don't ask me why. But I feel like I can do anything right now. Sit back and watch. Don't ever forget what you're about to see.
Go, Dorothy. Today's just auto mode day, mostly because I just feel like it. That's faster.
All clear. Pina, did you see? Did you see what I've done? You can come out now, Pina.
Dorothy.
Don't tell me she died. Oh, no, 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 no.
Well, how'd I do? Didn't I seem like a true goddess of victory?
Dorothy.
Oh no. Mind switch. No, no.
Dorothy.
No.
No.
No. This can't be happening!
Dorothy.
Snap out of it! Pina, can you hear me? You can't be corrupted! I'm here! I am! The goddess of victory! Mankind's last hope!
Dorothy.
Pina!
Kill me. Hurry before it's too late.
I can't! How can I do that?
Together, fight to glory.
Oh, I knew she was gonna die, but not like this.
Paradise together. Good.
The signal flare!
They couldn't have picked a worse time if they tried.
Let's go.
Dorothy!
Are you all right? Dorothy!
What are you doing? Put the gun down!
That's enough, Dorothy.
Has anyone seen my bullet? It won't fire. I don't have any bullets.
Snow White slowly walks up to Dorothy and gently takes the gun from her.
Give it back.
Oh, Dorothy.
Give it back. Give back. Pina, we were going to paradise together. So, give it back. My precious wings.
Where's Dorothy?
In her room, resting.
Is it not dangerous to leave her alone?
I removed anything she could use to harm herself. Snow White is also standing outside her door.
Very well. There was something that triggered the corruption. It must have come from the side instead of the front.
Let me blow my nose for a second.
So, Pina...
Did thy eyes witness the sheer size of that rapture? It must have been 5 times our size. Nevertheless, Pina took it down entirely by her own hand. What an incredible spectacle, no? Despite the disparity in strength, she took it down single-handedly. All to protect Dorothy. At that moment, she was a true goddess.
Absolutely. She was stronger than any of us.
Pina.
Voice transmission from ARC. Would you like to listen?
OVERZONE to be continued.
Very well. Moving out.
Is she able to get up?
Not sure. Her own mental fortitude will be the deciding factor. Regardless, it won't be easy. If you think I look haggard, Dorothy is doing far worse than I.
I'm going to go out and forage. I realize it's bad timing, but we need materials.
I'll go with you.
I shall keep watch over Dorothy.
Everyone.
Dorothy.
Are you okay?
Of course, I'm fine.
Huh?
I got a message from the Ark.
Thou does not say this in jest?
Of course not. Let's listen to it together.
Voice transmission from the ARC. Would you like to listen?
Yes, play message.
To the Goddess Squad. First and foremost, our deepest condolences for the death of your squad leader, Lilywise. Many of those in the Ark are grieving this great loss. We also thank you for guiding Operation Guardian Ark to its completion. On behalf of all the Ark's citizens, I would like to express our gratitude to you for a job well done. We are currently looking into ways to supply additional troops and resources, but there have been numerous delays due to many ongoing issues within the Ark. We apologize for the inconvenience. Due to these unforeseen complications, the operation has been temporarily put on hold. Additional complications have arisen on the surface. Therefore, we must entrust the only remaining forces above the surface, the formidable Goddess Squad, with an additional assignment. Should you resolve these issues, which I will go over in detail momentarily, the Ark will successfully be sealed, and peace will prevail. After you have listened to this message, please come to a decision. Of course, the final decision lies squarely with the acting leader, Dorothy. We humans are eternally grateful for everything you have done for us up until now. We are forever in your debt. So please, do not feel pressured to sway your decision one way or the other.
Huh.
Is that all there is?
No, there's more.
Play it.
Your orders are as follows. 1. Destroy the Alva particle generator in order to disrupt Rapture's ability to communicate with one another. The generator is powerful enough that it can negatively affect systems within the Ark itself, even from such a great distance. It is for this reason that we have been unable to make progress in certain areas with the sealing of the Ark. 2. Annihilate the Rapture hordes in certain designated areas. At these specific coordinates, sealing efforts are being conducted in close proximity to the surface. The loud noises generated by construction are likely to be detected by Raptures. 3. Destroy the freight elevator. This elevator was originally used to deliver food and other materials to the Ark, and will not be used after it is sealed. Given that it provides a direct connection to the Ark, it could potentially be used by Raptures. To prevent any potential and disastrous misuse, it must be destroyed at all costs. Should you choose to accept this mission, you are to start with destroying the Alva particle generator. It is the shortest distance from the Ark itself. Once that is destroyed, we will be able to establish direct communication with you. That is all. We await your decision. I do not know if this will be of any influence, but the Ark is anxiously awaiting the return of the Goddess Squad. We will ensure that you are sufficiently rewarded for all the sacrifices you have made.
The voice message has ended.
I don't know how I feel about this.
There are 0 messages left.
Uh-huh.
So, there's been a problem with sealing the Ark.
Let's move.
Thou reached a decision most hastily.
Are you not coming?
Of course I am.
What do you think, Dorothy?
We have to go. Don't we?
Precisely. Let's go.
I knew you'd agree. All of us can tackle each of the orders together.
What? Even for you, that seems a bit extreme. We'll take turns.
No. A leader should always be on the front lines, especially when what lies ahead is unknown.
Don't be so stubborn. You haven't even had time to recover properly.
My spirits are high. Communication with the Ark has been reached. They didn't forget about us, and they've prepared a grand homecoming for us. We can go to paradise. Me neither.
I must admit, I am rather looking forward to it myself.
I feel like we're on top of the world right now.
Oh, those are giving me red flags. I mean, death flags. I mean, oh my gosh.
So we won't sit this one out.
Okay.
Wait, you agree with her?
I don't see any problem with what she's saying. Not in theory, at least. Who are you pairing up with first?
Rapunzel, will you join us?
Count me in.
All right, it's settled then. In the meantime, Scarlet and I will scavenge for materials.
Affirmative. Everyone ready?
Ready.
Dorothy marches forward confidently.
Yay, gods, what is the rush?
I better get going too.
Rapunzel! Scarlet!
Yes?
I think it would be wise not to bring up Pina. Keep a close eye on Dorothy as well.
Huh?
Why?
I'm worried about her, that's why.
Okay, we will.
Yeah, I'm worried too. Someone who was literally about to, you know, use her gun to shoot herself, and suddenly being so confident and whatnot, it just gives me like bad vibes. I'm very sus about this. I'm very scared.
Promise?
Promise.
Like, she doesn't even seem tired and exhausted. She just seems so like nothing happened. And it's just, that's usually a bad sign, and it makes me so worried. What am I supposed to feel? I'm really scared that she's going to die.
Did you see that, teacher? Wasn't I great?
No, 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 no.
It's our first time coming out this
Okay,
far.
this will be the last one
Before
today.
This, we were restricted to that small area right outside the Ark's entryway. Isn't this exciting? How about we have a little fun? I don't see any problem with it. After all, it's not every day we get to do this kind of thing.
I don't know what it is about her. I think like the way she's talking right now, it just feels very like she's trying to go straight into danger as a way to punish herself in actuality, rather than actually being excited about getting rewarded and whatnot.
It's nice to see you're in such high spirits. Feeling better?
Of course. Everything's peachy. Always has been.
All right, well, that puts my mind at ease. We'll be arriving at the Alva particle generator area soon. Once we get there, even my jamming skills will be hampered. If we encounter any resistance, a confrontation will be unavoidable.
Your jamming ability comes from your hair, doesn't it?
Yep. Each strand is a small jamming device.
I heard that Nikke's skills and appearance are the manifestations of whatever they considered ideal when they were a human. What was that for you?
Easy. To return home unharmed.
So that desire sublimated itself into a jamming skill. Kind of sounds like a monkey's paw situation to me.
Let's hope not. Wouldn't want the other shoe to drop on me. What about you? What was the ultimate for you?
Me? I'm not sure. I forgot.
Come on, don't be like that.
I just wanted to survive. The idea of the raptures taking over seemed so implausible that once it happened, all I wanted was to survive. I don't know what skills that would have given birth to.
Well, it seems to have worked at any rate.
Huh?
You're still alive, aren't you?
I suppose you're right. We haven't bought the farm just yet.
I don't know if she actually forgot.
And we're going to keep it that way. All of us, together in paradise. Do you remember? We promised each other.
I remember.
I really feel like she's just hiding things and once again trying to deal with her emotions and thoughts on her own, which Pina has already said was her bad habit, in which Dorothy has agreed that it's her bad habit. And I think it's that situation again.
Give me a few minutes and I'll be right back into it.
that, I don't know, I'm just really worried about her because she's clearly not in the right mental state. My only hope is that everything will be okay, but I know that it's not going to be okay. I mean, why else would they end up being pilgrims?
I see the generator. Fortunately,
oops,
there
I accidentally
doesn't
pressed
seem
next.
to be any
I guess this will be the true last one.
Good. Let's smash this thing and get going.
With pleasure. Dorothy, do you see that?
Is that a grave?
We can't go there. There are raptures in that area.
Who cares? Let's go. There's only a handful of them. I can handle them on my own if I have to.
Is there any way to lure them over in this direction?
Are you worried that they'll desecrate the graves?
Yes. But if it's too much of a hassle, we don't have to do it.
That's a good idea.
Dorothy fires her weapon into the air. The gunshot resonates with a bang, and the raptures charge towards Dorothy's direction.
How's that for luring them over?
A little over the top, don't you think?
Never thought I'd hear you accuse me of that.
Here they come.
Just stand and watch me work.
Put your head right
I guess that would be the perfect time to, or perfect area to end for today. But even with her shooting her gun into the air, it just gives me that vibe that she's literally trying to put herself into danger on purpose because she wants to perish. That's why even when Rapunzel said that, oh, isn't that a little over the top?
Wasn't I great?
It just, it really makes me. Rapunzel and Dorothy stare at the wooden post that had been struck into the ground. A dog tag hangs on each post.
There must be about 20 of them.
May I say a prayer before we go?
Of course.
Rapunzel kneels and begins to pray. The dog tags jingle as they sway in the wind.
Rapunzel,
Yes?
do you still hear their voices?
No. The dead don't speak, remember?
Then who are you praying to?
To no one.
What are you praying for?
I desire nothing.
What fulfillment does praying bring you?
None.
Then why do you do it?
Because I want to hear their voices.
I thought we settled this before.
It's not that, Dorothy. I realized that the voice I was hearing before was my own. But now, I want to really hear their voices.
Why?
To help them find their homes.
Homes?
Yes. I want them to spend the rest of their time there. In the place where they were most at peace.
That's sweet of her.
Especially since their lives must have been so hard near the end.
What about you? Is that what you want as well?
Of course. But not yet. There is something I must do first.
What's that?
I've made up my mind.
Golden particles rise out of the graves and merge with Rapunzel's rosary.
What was that?
Those were... I see. This is where your memories reside.
What just happened?
Their memories just came to me. The memories of the departed.
You mean those golden particles?
Yes!
Are you saying those were their
souls, yes, or something like it. Let's destroy the generator and get out of here. The others are probably waiting for us. Once we do that, we should be able to establish communication with the Ark, right?
Most likely.
Then let's go.
Dorothy starts to gather the dog tags that are hanging from the posts.
What are you doing?
We may not be able to move their bodies, but we can at least take their dog tags. We can place them at the graveside back at the Ark's entrance.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay. Oh, this entire event is so depressing, and I would have to say it's a lot more stressful and anxiety filling than the actual main story, or at least where I am in the main story. I mean, obviously the main story was like super fast paced and, you know, filled with action and whatnot. But here it's more of a emotional journey of human beings in a very high stress situation where it's literally life or death situations and matters. And because of that, you end up seeing things like people's response to trauma, their depression, how they react to high stress situations, everything that is considered unpleasant to see for, you know, as a human being. It's all in here in this event where it shows the worst sides of human beings, but also the best sides of human beings when everything matters the most. And I think so far I enjoy the OVERZONE event for that particular reason. So I was really happy to see that, especially since we now know that, you know, Nikke's like Rapunzel are capable of actually being able to hear the souls of the Nikkes. And I do wonder if at one point she'll also be able to see Pina and then see her memories and how she felt truly. Because then I think that would help Dorothy to move on and to not be as reckless with her behavior. Because right now she's quite reckless, even though she tries to mask it and then pretends to be like in high spirits and whatnot. But in reality, no one can be that, you know, they can't get over someone's death that fast. Especially if there are someone who was essentially the stabilizer of their emotions and mental state, and that was what Pina was. She stabilized Dorothy very well during that time. So to see her gone, it destroyed the stability that she had in her mind, and that's why she went, you know, she was prepared to do the thing that she shouldn't do the most. So that was very fun to, well, not fun, it was really sad to see, but it was a very good story so far. I really enjoy the way that they're presenting these behaviors and themes within this event story. Yeah, I pretty much really like that, even if it is depressing as heck, but who cares, right? We all want that. So my kids, what do you think of today's stream? We managed to get through the story 1 or part 1 for the OVERZONE event, and now we're in the midst of continuing with story 2. Hopefully next week will be more story 2, maybe even finishing it. That'd be great. At least for story 2. I know that we have one more story 3, I believe, so I think it'll take like 3 more streams before I get to finish OVERZONE, but I guess we'll see how it goes. So let's edge this into memory, keep it safe, and as always, formally inviting you to my next tea party. The so-called anime enthusiast fox, who's that? This was Nina, so until the next one then, bye! Thank you for joining me.